Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies. Welcome back. Welcome back to What About the Ladies podcast. If this is your first time, I'm Amy.
I'm Destiny. And welcome to the Village, girl.
Yes. Thank you for guys for joining, coming back, and listening to us. This podcast is really for you ladies, to express our just journeys, things that we find, things that we learned about, our lessons, our mistakes, everything, just share them with you. And hopefully, this will inspire you and remind you are not the only one out there with the similar experiences, and you could get through them, girl.
Yes, girl.
I just remind you all, if you women out there, you have small businesses, we would love to help and promote. Please email us at whatabouttheladies.podcast@gmail.com if you have any questions or anything in regards to any of the episodes.
Reach out to us. Let us know. Talk to us.
Yes, please reach out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Hit us up on social media, Instagram, Facebook. If TikTok is still going on, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Whatever the new thing is going on, we'll be there.
Whatever they should decide to do. YouTube,
exactly.
But YouTube and all major podcast platforms.
Yes,
we will be on at What About the Ladies podcast.
Yes. So Destiny.
Yes, Amy.
How was your day? I'll start there.
My day. Okay. My day was good. I kind of rested today because I didn't have to work today. So
that's good.
Oh, I got to relax a little. And I just stayed around the house until we got ready to pod.
That's good.
That was it. Nothing major today.
Yeah, that's true. I was similar. I was tired. Oh my God. I slept in. I definitely did.
What?
I need my sleep.
Slept in too. I got up around like 9, and that's late for me.
Dude, I think I got up close to 11.
Ooh.
And it was only because my spouse was like, "Hey, get up."
Hey, you don't have to get up soon.
I'm like, yeah, you're right. I gotta get up. I clean up a little bit.
Garden today. Did I tell you I started a garden?
No.
I started a garden.
Yeah.
I have tomatoes growing.
Where?
In the backyard.
In the backyard?
Mm-hmm. I started them in pots right now. But I have peppers and tomatoes. The actual tomatoes you can see growing on the plant.
Oh, nice.
So I have tomatoes, red and green peppers.
I would love to have my own garden, but I know someone is gonna have to show me, and then from there, like I'm not the type of person that can just read directions and I'm gonna skim through it.
It's not hard. You just plant the seed, throw a little
no
water.
It's not. I have so many plants and they've died.
Really?
And they're beautiful.
But did you really take care of them though?
I tried. I don't think I watered. Maybe I watered them too much, or maybe it was too much sun. So I didn't really know.
It's a learning part.
How to take care of it, right?
A learning process, because I really don't know what I'm doing either. But stuff is growing, so I'm kind of excited about it.
That's cool.
So I just went and got some plants and I replanted them. So I went to Walmart, got some plants that they had already started growing, and then I just repotted them and replanted them and just kept growing them and stuff, and it's working so far. So we'll see. Hopefully good. I don't have to go buy any vegetables. I can just go to my garden and get them.
It would be so much better to just have your own garden. I want the most essential things, the tomatoes and lettuce, peppers and things like that.
I have a blueberry bush
too.
A whole
my neighbor has an orange tree. I would love to plant my own orange tree. I love that's a nice fresh orange juice in the morning.
Yes. Oh, that would be good. Which neighbor?
He's nice. The one in the back. He's really nice. Yeah. And he shares the oranges. If they fall on my land, then he's like, yeah, you can have some. Or sometimes he will give us those anyways. But Yeah, and they're a good size.
Okay.
They're good size. So I think that's like really cool. I like that because like where we are in the tropical place, you know, you can plant whatever, which is so cool. You know, in Connecticut you cannot do that. Nope.
Yeah, not at all.
It's too cold.
So what's the topic for today?
Today, it's a little bit deep, you know.
I think all our conversations are deep.
Yeah. But
that's how we grow, though. That's how we heal. We got to get to those deep conversations.
Yes. It's really about forgiveness. And it's a very touchy subject. You know, it's hard.
Yeah, a lot of people find it hard to forgive.
It is.
Or maybe it's easy to forgive, but then hard to forget.
Well, I think we'll never forget because we're human. We're not God. You know, I just can't forget. But forgiving, I feel like, is such a hard step. Especially, I don't know, for me it was very hard. It's just to say sorry. Yeah. Even if I know I was wrong, I would change the subject or go around it somehow, and I would refuse to say sorry.
Really?
I really did. And I don't know why, because I'm just like,
I think we all have experience to go through that. I don't know. I don't know if it's like embarrassment or just like that's in that phase where you don't really want to take accountability for like the way that your response or your actions have affected someone else, because ultimately that's how it is. Because just because we don't perceive it a certain way, we can hurt somebody else's feelings or hurt them unintentionally. So especially if it's unintentional, it's like, that wasn't my intention, I didn't mean to. Well, regardless if that was your intention of not, you still did it. So
yep, that would be my thing. I would go directly to defense mode, and then I'm like offended, even there's no reason for me to be
like,
offended.
how could you dare think that? Like, you know me.
Yeah.
Like, you should know this by now.
And then the easiest thing is just to say sorry. That's what the person just wanted to begin with.
Sometimes a lot of things can be solved with an apology and just taking a step to recognize the other person's feelings. And I think that's where a lot of people lack in something. I'm say we, because
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it was so hard. I don't know. I was a very stubborn person sometimes. You know, and sometimes we can be. You know, I don't know why we do it. As you know, sometimes, you know, they say them, you know, that women generally supposedly just don't say sorry too much. And I'm just saying, I don't know. I think it's just based on how I grew up. I don't know. A little bit tough skin.
You definitely have to grow when I was growing up, had to have tough skin from everyone around you, because baby, it was not for the weak.
No, it was not. No, it was just very quick to point, like, no, it was you. He's the one who took the cookie out of the jar, Grandma.
Who took the cookie out the cookie jar?
Like,
Amy took the cookie out the cookie jar.
I remember when I was younger, my grandfather, he was so mad at me. And he spanked me because I went like this, or like, I think it's, how you say, like this, and I guess it's like F you or whatever.
Like the little
and I didn't know. I was just copying what my cousins were doing, and then but I'm the one who got caught. Yeah, you know, I was like, I don't even know what it is.
Right, like, where did you get that from? Who did you see do that? Where did you learn that?
Yeah, I was like, but I was like, I can't even say anything. I was like,
well, I honestly think like forgiveness is so important, because in order to forgive someone else, you must forgive yourself for the action or thought or whatever it is that, whatever the circumstance or situation is. Because if you don't forgive yourself, it's so hard for you to forgive someone else, because you're the first person, you know, you love yourself first in order to show somebody else how to love you, like all those different type of things. So
that is true.
Forgiveness is very important, because someone else can hold power over you if you don't forgive them. Like, so much power. Or you can hold power over lose power from yourself, from holding on to things, holding on to like grudges, and different things like that. But I don't think I hold on to grudges. I can say, like, if you didn't cross me or I feel some type of way about you, I can cut you off and not deal with you at all. Like, I will act like you don't exist, but I don't wish you any harm or anything like that. I still wish you the best, but it's just, you disturb my peace, and I don't want that around me.
Exactly.
So, forgiveness is it's deep. It gets deep because
It really is.
girl, I don't know. It gets deep. It gets really deep. So is there or share an experience or a mistake that you made that you had to forgive yourself for, or someone else had to forgive you for?
Well, I made a lot of mistakes in life, you know.
And we probably gonna make some more,
more and more, you know. I would say, you know, one tough thing was hard, I guess, to forgive, or it was tough, was when my mom got remarried young, and I was young. I was only like, I mean, when my dad passed, I was 10. When she got remarried, I think I was like maybe 12 or 13, you know. So I kind of understand, but didn't understand at the same time, you know, and felt why, you know, like, why are you getting remarried again, you know? And I'm just like, didn't you love my dad or whatever? But then I did remember where some family members was like, my dad had apparently hit my mom or abused my mom, and it was the craziest thing to even think of, because I never saw my dad hit my mom or abuse my mom. And so it was the craziest thing to even picture him do that,
or even think like it was possible.
Yeah, because I'm just like, well, maybe he did it during closed doors or something.
He had to,
because I'm like,
if it happened,
I'm like, if it happened, it had to be hidden, because around me, in front of me, there was love, you know, it was joy, there was happiness.
See, and that's the difference too, because even like that was his father role with you, but it probably could have been different with the husband
my mom
role.
Yeah,
because he, you know, played different roles, or whatever his role was at work, whatever his role was at home, with, you know, you as a father, him as a husband, a brother, a son. All different roles can sometimes be portrayed with different emotions and stuff.
Yeah, and so that time it was tough, you know, to understand what my mom was going through and why was she remarrying so soon. And I'm just like, maybe I mean, now, you know, thinking about it back, it's like, okay, maybe she was alone, or maybe she did find somebody that, you know, that she fell in love again, or, you know, something. And I understand now as an adult, it happens where it's not that you don't love that person anymore.
No, but sometimes you just grow apart.
Yeah, you do grow apart, you know. And unfortunately, he became sick towards the end. And I don't know, it was a tough time being a teenager and not understanding, you know. But
what did you have to forgive yourself for? What needed to be forgiven in that? You had to forgive your mom for wanting to
trying to understand, because I was just so angry. You know, I heard her all the time, you know, just like not wanting to listen, or just really not understanding, or not really wanting to understand, you know, just seeing it my way. That was it. Not seeing anybody else's way. Yeah. And that was with a lot of things, you know. And then there's certain family members, you know, were trying to tell me certain things about my dad, and I just really didn't want to hear them out, you know.
Especially like if your dad hasn't portrayed, or you haven't seen any of those characteristics in them, and you're a child, so looking up to your father or to any parent, it's like, no, my daddy, you know, they're perfect in our eyes. You know
I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Adults have their own things going on too.
Yeah, and I used to get mad and like, what are you talking about? You know, like, were you there? Because I apparently wasn't there when anything was happening. So it was just a lot of that. And it took a lot for me to, you know, forgive myself for not listening or not understanding, you know, or just maybe asking more in detail, like what was going on and stuff. And then just forgiving, because they didn't understand, you know, what I was also going through. I was still going through a lot of grief. Yeah. You know, and they're saying all this stuff about my dad. And I'm just like, who are you to talk to my dad? I'm like, what is wrong with you? Yeah. You know, and then just like nothing. Like, you know, some people, they you know, when somebody passed, they're like sad or whatever. And try to help you out through it and stuff. And I don't know, it kind of felt like they didn't really cared about him, and I'm just like, dude, he was my dad. Right. Regardless, he was my dad.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't think whether he was or not, I don't know, but I don't think he was that way the entire time. I do believe there's always good parts in marriage. Yeah. So what happened there? Like, he was still a good person. I remember him being in church. I remember him singing and playing music, which is great. I love his songs. I still have his songs playing, so I'm just like, what happened to all of that?
Right. You have to remember the good times too.
Everybody, there's, have their moments, then they make their mistakes, but what happened to all the good moments? Yeah. It's like you forgot all about that.
Well, possibly not. It was, especially when you were a child at the time, looking back at then, they could have had their own things going on, and just because whatever happened between them, it doesn't take away from the love that they had for you. Yeah, but
it was tough.
Yeah,
it was tough to be like, sit back and like, okay, all right, to just forgive like what they said and how they just handled things. I think it could have been better, but it is what it is.
Well, it's something I had to forgive myself for, and I had to ask forgiveness for my mom, and I guess God too. I was denying my mother. So she was diagnosed schizophrenic, and had a mental illness, and I would not claim her as my mother. And I know it's some movie. I forget what it is. I don't know what the movie is, but it's so similar. It's crazy when I actually seen it. What is the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of it, but she was diagnosed schizophrenia. We'd be at like church, or she'll come around or do something, and I would be like, no, that's not my mom. Well, especially like when I lived in Mississippi, it was when it was the worst. Like, I was actually claiming another woman. I won't say her name because she played a part in raising me, and I still go visit her and stuff today, but I would claim a whole different woman as my mother, and would be with her and would stay at their house and all the types of things, and all because you're young. People are telling you that your mom has this condition, and me and my sister were taken away from her. We weren't able to stay with her, and we ended up living with my great grandmother. This was all in Mississippi. We never really was raised by my mom, but she was always around. So forgiving myself for the way that I act towards her, and not recognizing that back then, of course, like, she had a issue or had different things going on to where she couldn't care for us at the time, and still accepting her for who she was, because at the end of the day, she still was my mom, Right. But as I got older, and moved to Michigan, and she ended up moving up with us, and she stayed right next door, and my grandmother played a big part, because she always told us, like, that's your mom regardless of what her condition is and what's going on. Like, she brought you into this world, like, that's your mother, like, to help take care of her and stuff. So I was grateful that I did receive the opportunity to tell her that I was sorry for the way I had mistreated her and all those different types of things, and she forgave me and stuff. Like, this, of course, all prior to her passing when I was 18, but that was something really I struggled with, trying to go through and forgive myself. Like, how can I not? Like, it's my mom, especially now when she's not here, and other people experiencing and having their moms with them. And I'm like, do not take it for granted, like, at all. Like, you have your mom here with you, even when she gets on your nerves, even when you're tired of hearing things that she has to say. Like, you cherish those moments, make memories, all those type of things, because it's hard, for sure.
It's true.
It's hard.
It's true.
And then something else. What was the other one?
It's true, because it was like, even my when I was in like the dating stage, my dating stage and my sister's dating stage, when I look back, it was a lot different. I felt like she had more like freedom, or maybe she didn't have freedom. She just went to do whatever she wanted anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I was like, you know, trying to be nice, and I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna go here, or wherever, and then always give me a hard time, you know, with my now my spouse, now my husband now, you know, but at that time we were only dating, but it was giving me a hard time, and then, I don't know, I thought me and my mom was
like protection.
Yeah, me and my mom were like, yo, butting heads a lot, a lot, and it's just crazy because I love my mom, you know, and we're so far apart, and it's just so sad. She's just so far, you know. But during that time, you're like, I don't want to be near you. You get my nerves.
Yeah, especially because I feel like you're so much like your parents, like, because your parents are the ones that's raising you, and you pick up characteristics and things that they do. So ultimately, you can't stand one another because you're so much alike. You know,
I know.
Just like,
it's crazy.
Girl, like, where you get that mouth from? You. I get it from you, Mom.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Dude, we were buying heads like for real. It was crazy. But I still love you, Mom.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God, but forgiveness is just so hard. You know, that was tough, you know, for family, you know, just certain things that occur. Definitely with friends. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude. I remember where I blamed a friend of mine where she was very, very close to me. And I honestly really thought that she was gossiping about me. And okay, so in my younger days, I was cheating a lot. You know, I was dating Bob and Robert and
was a whole thought.
Danny.
I'm telling you, yes.
You know, but when I felt a little, you know, connection to one person, I really honestly did stop. And you know, some people say, oh, you're once a cheater, always cheater. No, that's not true. That's not true. And you know, I can say, no, I was not cheating.
No, that was just, you know, a section or part of our life, a part of the journey
we're just
we end up
dating,
experiencing.
you know? Like, I just, you know, want to try him out, whatever. But I honestly thought she was gossiping, but there was somebody truly gossiping about me, saying that I was cheating on him and everything. And I'm just like, and you know, more and more stuff I was hearing, and they're like, oh, it's somebody from your school that is close to you. And I'm just like, I keep myself in a small circle, always, you know. I've always had many schoolmates. Obviously, you know, I want to say they're my friend or my best friend, you know, but everybody, we acquaintances, you know, we all knew each other. But my circle, you were my circle. Like, you were my girl. Like, if I go down, you going down with me, you know, or you went down, like, we go down together, you know. So when I thought one of my best friends was gossiping about me, I felt like I was on fire. I was so angry that I was not even listening to anything she was saying or what anybody else was saying. I was like, I can't believe she did this.
You were in your feelings,
I really was. I remember I like went to the bathroom, told her off and everything, and that was it. That ended my relationship with her.
Wow.
It really did. And I found out, I would say, I don't remember how long after, but it was sometime after that, that time I was with her in the bathroom, I found out who was really gossiping about me.
And it wasn't even her.
And it was not even her.
Wow.
And I could have, you know, had the courage, and I did not have the courage to went to her and apologize, you know. So I really, it was hard for me to swallow and forgive myself for that, because I was just like, man, I was dead wrong. I messed up. She was close, we were close, they hang out all the time, and I was just like, that was my bad. Like, I'm listening to other people, obviously they told me wrong, you know. But it's like, you know, once it happens, you know, it happens.
That's why it's important that we have to, like, get to the bottom of stuff. Man. And then even still, like, I don't know, I've just started to adapt the mindset, like, if it ain't directed, it's not respected. And especially because so many people will lie to try to jeopardize different things or stuff that they see you have going on. Like, they can be jealous of the relationship you had with her just to mess it up. You know what I'm saying?
And I found out that's like, what it was.
People's intentions sometimes be through the roof. Like,
Yeah.
what would make you even want to
and
do
I found
that?
out, and I was like, but wait a minute, and it took me a second, but I was like, hold up. First of all, the person I was dating did not even go to my school, so how would that person know I'm dating that person? So I figured out it had to be someone at the church. And I found out that the same person that goes to the church also went to my school, but they was not in the same grade as me. They were like, I was a junior at that time. I think she was like a freshman or a sophomore. And yes, it was the jealousy. She wanted him. Like, wanted him.
Oh, wow.
Like, for real. And her sister would like say things and do things, and that was trying to jeopardize my relationship. And I'm just like, what in the world?
Yeah.
And it was the hardest thing because boyfriend at that time was questioning me all the time. So it was so hard to just be like, yo, like, I'm being honest with you. Like, if you want me to cheat, I'll definitely go ahead and cheat. You know, I have no problem cheating. You know, I'm trying to change, you know, because I want to be with you. You know, I'm trying to be different or better, you know, but man, that time it was hard. Hard. Especially when you know you were wrong.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm
and then
sorry.
You have to face it and take accountability. Like,
it's so
I messed
hard.
up.
I messed up.
But in good relationships, like, I'm very grateful for the relationship I have with my best friend. Like, we've been best friends for since I say the 9th grade.
Dang.
So it's like 20 years. So, and we haven't had not one argument.
Wow.
Not one.
No.
And I think it's because we're so open with each other.
Yeah.
We're so truthful with each other. Like, she'll call me out and just tell me, like, your tone with that. You need to watch.
See, I should have known.
You need to let, you know, like, she'll let me know the truth. And I'm grateful for all the friends I have, because all the friends that I have around me, they call me out on my bullshit. Yeah. And that's what you need in a real relationship with whoever it is that you're in, that you can accept that real criticism from, because especially when it's coming from a good space, when they are telling you something that's going to help you grow, those type of friendships and connections is definitely something that I value in my life, because it helps us learn and grow from our mistakes.
It's true. I should have known. I should have known better. You know, because we were like to the hip, you know, and to like have somebody just intervene
and
like that, I should have known.
You
know, all that time, you know. And
so you guys still haven't talked to this day? I guess because that was back in high school, huh? Yeah,
that really was. Yeah, it was back in high school, and then that was pretty much it. Our senior year, I went my opposite way. Whatever, we graduated, and that was that.
Yeah.
You know, so all that time, it sucks. It sucks to know that, okay, you messed up and you messed up bad.
Yeah. And then messing up, you see him like, and to stop doing everything that you normally would do, or, you know, just because you're angry at something, like, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore, or you pull back from the things that you find comforting, or like, let's see, for example, even just like singing. Not that I had a bad experience or anything like that, but it kind of just got away from me. I pulled back from it because I not necessarily forgive myself for not being where I wanted to be in doing it. Like, I could have pushed myself more to explore upon it, or to take it more seriously, I guess.
Yeah.
But because I didn't, I had to forgive myself for not getting to where I wanted to be with it, just because I didn't take it as serious probably as I should, because it's a gift ultimately. Like, that's something everybody can't do, but I'm slowly trying to forgive myself and find my way back, you know, to it. And that's ultimately what it is, forgiving yourself, find your way back to whatever it is. If it's still meant to be that, sometimes it's just meant to be let go and left alone, just so you can keep your peace. So it just depends.
Yeah, but it sucks. It does sucks. Man, just owning up and being accountable for, you messed up, girl. You messed
and it
up.
happens, and I'm probably gonna mess up
it's
again.
Sorry. Yeah,
but still we have to ask for forgiveness too, because you're asking for forgiveness to God, to for yourself, and then to the other person, and then being okay with them possibly not accepting your apology, because they might not even accept you or your apology just because you're apologizing or coming to them, and you have to be okay with that. Like, at least you did your part. At least I went and apologized, and it's taken from there how it's gonna go, because you might not be able to get back to that space after forgiveness, depending on how bad the situation was or is. So
unfortunately, that sucked. Oh man, Mom, it's tough for forgiveness as a whole stuff, because you're supposed to like be following God's steps. Okay, being like him. But to be honest, it's hard to be like him, okay? Because when you ask him to forgive you, he's like forgetting the whole thing. He's forgetting. It's clean slate.
Yeah, it's clean
slate. So
it's
hard. It was hard for me to be like, if you went at me at a wrong way, I cut you off completely. And it will take a lot for me to accept you back. And then, like, we could be, like, I say hi, bye, whatever.
Right, just be cordial with one another.
That's it. I'm not going to let you right back in. Like before. It's never going to be the same. But God, it's like, it never happened. Yes. Like, that stain, whatever you did, it's like, wash.
Yeah, I strive to forgive like that. Like, I feel like I can forgive, but I let go for the most part, but I feel like I set boundaries after that.
Yes.
I'm definitely putting up a boundary, and I'm setting that to where I have to ease back into trusting you, because I think that's ultimately what it boils down to. You feel like your trust is broken, and it's hard to get back to that point after my trust has been broken. I don't want to get there. So.
Exactly.
All right, you guys, it is icebreaker time.
All right, this time it is not upside down, so I'm not gonna spill it on myself.
Okay.
You want purple or you want the red?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Purple
icebreaker. Needed this.
Does this help to cool us off? It is hot in here.
It is so hot in the studio today.
Yes, because it's super hot outside.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. Just take a break with us. Get a drink. Water. Whatever. Ice cream.
We're gonna have the ice cream for the next one. Like a drumstick.
Oh
my god. Like a drumstick.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Icebreaker question.
Tell me.
What's the strangest food you've ever eaten?
Ooh, I would probably have to say an oyster.
An oyster? An oyster?
Yes, I don't like it.
I don't think I've tried oyster.
It was horrible.
Really?
It was all slimy. And
they say you're supposed to like put them in and swallow it?
I think, I was supposed to, and I just felt like, I was just like, I didn't like it. It was horrible. I did not. No, I don't know how people eat it. I can't.
Really?
No. I can eat everything. I've tried everything.
You haven't tried everything.
I think
Have you eaten chitlins?
What's chitlins? What is that?
Pig intestines.
I have.
You've eaten chitlins?
Yeah, I have. It's different because I used to go to all different kind of events with my mom, and she's a nutritionist. So I felt like I had to eat whatever they were giving me to be kind, and not reject their food because it was like a disrespect, And I remember I ate goat. I don't like goat.
Oh, I've tried goat milk. I don't know if I've eaten goat though. I've had goat milk. Goat cheese. I have goat cheese.
I ate goat cheese. I had a lot of like strange things because my mom was like marrying people. We were different weddings or something like that. So I was eating the strangest things.
Well, I've had pig intestines. I love chitlins. Chitterlings. No, with some hot sauce for sure.
I had frog legs.
I've had them fried at a restaurant. Calamari, I've had fried.
I had alligators here.
I haven't had alligator. What does it taste like? Chicken?
It was a little bit like between chicken and turkey. So it actually wasn't that bad. Like,
was it dry?
No, it was actually pretty moist.
Ooh, I've had raccoon. My granddad.
I'm not.
Oh my goodness, girl, my granddaddy cooked raccoon and didn't tell me what it was. Right, so I didn't even know. Cooked it and had it like in a pan with sweet potatoes and stuff, and then you eat it, and then he's like, "You like it? You like?" I'm like, "Yeah, like it's good." He's like, "You eating raccoon?" I'm like, "What?" Especially because you see a raccoon and you see how it looks and it's like, what? Pickled pig feet. I'll eat pickled pig feet now.
Yeah, I tried it, but I'm not into intestines. I'm not into feet. No, I'm not into ears. No, I try everything once, but that's it. No, but it's not my go-to. No.
Yeah, I'll eat it. I'll eat me some chitlins. I'll eat some chitlins, some pickled pig feet, like I'm straight country, okay? Pickled eggs. I don't know if I would do raccoon again. I do like deer meat though. I love deer meat.
I would like to try deer meat.
You haven't tried deer meat?
No, I've heard this.
You could turn it into like sausage. I used to love. My granddaddy would go deer hunting because it's always around my birthday. My birthday's November 16th. So always around that time he would be going deer hunting, and when he would come back, like you can turn the meat into like sausages and different things and jerky, and it would like one deer can last for a while. Like, oh my goodness, I love deer meat.
My brother-in-law, I think he went hunting and still has deer, and then the freezer, I heard. But I would love to go hunting. That would be like really cool.
It'd be cold though, girl.
Yeah, I would do it, but not here. It's not gonna be as cold.
Girl, I came down. No, I'm not trying to go be in no cold.
It's not that cold here.
But you can. I don't. Is it deer here to hunt?
Yeah,
deer here?
There's deer here.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw some people actually on the back road. That's in the woods. I was in the woods. I saw people with their thing. They're like hunting. They had their backpack and everything. They look like they were ready to go.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I've never been back there because I haven't been to those trails before.
Do you even know how to shoot a gun?
I don't, but I can learn.
I don't go hunting. Like, how you go hunt? You don't even know how to shoot a gun.
I can learn.
Yeah, see, that's what we got to do. We got to start going to the range and stuff.
Yeah, I think that'd be very cool. I always thought that, learning how to do those survival kind of things is great to do. Especially for women. I don't want to rely always on a man trying to go hunt and give me stuff.
Right.
I want to know how to do it myself.
Okay.
I want to learn how to cut everything, skin myself.
Be butcher.
Yeah. My mom because she was living in Puerto Rico, and during that time you didn't go to Walmart and buying your chicken. No, she went out, got the chicken, killed the chicken, plucked the feathers,
and eggs,
and there you go.
Okay, let's do one more question, then we'll get back. Let's see. Which superpower would you give to? Oh, I don't like that one. Would you give to your arch enemy?
Well, I have many enemies, but it's okay. I still love you.
I give the gift of the superpower of love. Love is a superpower, and it can heal all.
It is.
Because some people just need a little love. Yeah. They be angry. You just need a little love.
You really do. I think they'll have, other than obviously we're doing the podcast, but we still have our 9 to 5 for a little bit while. I would love for this to be our ongoing thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, for real. So I would love for people to support us and make this our 9 to 5
Are
for
you
real.
Eating your ice? Look, mine almost gone. I feel like I'm always eating my whole popsicle and yours still there.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm thinking too much.
I give my enemies the power to have extreme diarrhea.
Oh my goodness, extreme diarrhea.
At all.
No.
Oh,
That's messed
your
up.
arch enemy.
That's messed up. But got these guests that I have to deal with sometimes, and they get a little bit loud, and then I just kill them with my kindness. and they get angry. They get so angry.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm sorry. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Okay. You have a better one. Like, they hate that.
They really do. Oh my gosh.
Like you have no choice.
Yeah, and if they hear that I even snickered just a little bit or laughed just a little bit, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be angry. So what am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to be pissed off with you. Like, no, you're not going to ruin my day. I'm going to be out here laughing. Sorry. And I think there was only one person that caught me laughing. They was like, I'm not laughing. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so let's get back into this topic. So ultimately, I feel like when you can't forgive someone, it's because you're still holding on to it and feeling broken, or you haven't gotten over that situation and it's still holding power over you when you can't forgive someone.
But it's
so
hard.
What can you do to like bring yourself peace to get through that or to get over so you can start to forgive or go into that section of healing?
I don't know. I mean, I would say to go to that person and apologize, you know, but sometimes that may not always work, you know.
Yeah, because sometimes you get an understanding, like you guys have to like sit down and get to the deeper root, because sometimes it's not just an apology out the gate. Like we need to sit down and discuss. We need to act like grown people. Two grown adults. Let's discuss the issue. Let me discuss with you the problem that I'm having
or how I was feeling,
and then you tell me how you're feeling, and then we can come to some common ground or to compromise with each other, because we might not agree all the time. We're not going to agree all the time. We're two different people, but we still can respect each other, and that's where we still need to show respect.
So I think that's one thing that you could do. But if that's a little bit too hard, for me, I mean, I live far away from everybody, so it's a little bit hard to come to you to your face to face and apologize. You can always call, write a letter to that person, or really pray. To be honest, just talk to God and let him. He's gonna know, but you have to say it. You have to say what's going on in your heart
and ask God to heal. Like, that's the thing, heal my heart from the situation so that I can move forward, because if you don't heal from it, it's gonna just stay on your heart heavy. And every time you go to have a conversation, it's being brought up and you're like, girl, why you bringing that up? That don't have nothing to do with anything we're talking about right now, but you're bleeding that hurt out onto someone else because you haven't healed from that situation.
Exactly. And plus, you don't want to end up going, okay, I believe everybody can go to heaven, whatever, if they want to, but they have to, I guess, do certain things, like change themselves.
You have to believe.
You have to believe.
In order, you gotta believe
but
first.
You have to let go of, like, anger and hurt, revenge, that, like, that feeling, like, you always feel like you have to get back at that person.
Oh yeah, like that revenge feeling.
Yes, like you have to let go. You could be all dandy, you're like giving being nice to people, you could be like the nicest person, but if you have that one little thing that's holding you back, that might bring you down. And it's the scariest thing.
Your blessings.
It's the scariest thing to think about. That it really is. Like, I try to do my best, and man, I'm gonna kick myself if something that, like, I didn't forgive myself or didn't forgive somebody else, and that is that one thing that would have led me to go to heaven, and that led me back. I was like, I should have just said sorry. I should have just apologized. I should have just forgave myself or forgave the person. Is it worth it?
You can forgive the person and not deal with them anymore too. Like I said before, like, I have forgiven people for the way that they have mistreated me, the way that, and sometimes you just have to forgive people for, because they mistreat you, and it's unintentional on their end, but you have to let someone know what it is that they're doing wrong in order for them to be able to correct what it is that you feel that they're doing wrong to you. Because if you don't let them know, they're not gonna be able to go, and you're just going on and you're mad and you're holding on to this resentment when they don't even know what it is that they've done wrong. So that's the first step. But I can honestly let you go, and I can forgive you and from a distance, and not have to deal with anymore. That's the other option. Like, forgive and set that boundary, and be like, I just can't deal with you on that level.
That's for me. That's what I do. For me, I don't know what you guys ladies do. You guys can let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Is there a different way to deal with forgiveness,
or what what have you done in your experience that can help other women, help other people to get through, forgiving themselves and forgiving somebody else? Because it's hard, but that's what I normally do. I pray and I talk to God, and I do eventually get there. Forgiving myself, forgiving that person. But definitely setting that boundaries for me, because I don't want to get hurt again like that.
Yeah, especially if you do all the work. Like, I done did all this work to get past this point, and then I got to go back to this situation again. Like, it's no way that I'm not going through this again. Like, it's no way. Especially I done went and did all the work, from praying to healing to accepting the hurt, to accepting the role that I play in the hurt for myself and on your end, all of this stuff, to go back to the same situation again. No, ma'am. Get somebody else to do it.
No, you got me once, but you're not going to get me again. I'm sorry.
Not at all. Get somebody else to do it. Okay? No. We're not going back. We're moving forward. And then it's holding you stuck. It's keeping you hostage in the same... And you're going over the same thing over and over and over again. Like, let it go. Goodness. Like, I'm telling you, like, I've been watching, it's this couple on social media. I don't know if y'all know them, but they've been going back and forth. And they've broken up. It's a married couple. And they have broken up in, like, October of last year. And it's still going on to right now, that they're going back and forth because social media, and ultimately, like, the guy, he has narcissistic behavior. And, like, she has moved on and she's prospering now. And he can see the growth and stuff that she has without him. And his family is tearing her down. His family is just like... And
people are just like that.
It's like,
it could get really ugly.
Let it go. Forgive each other and move forward. Get it off of social media. Like, that literally has corrupted everything. And it's just like, wow. To sit back from on the outside and look at it. It could be a whole different story or something else going on, because nobody's inside their relationship, like, honestly, for real. But on the outside, it's just like a whole mess. And like, y'all need to heal and forgive one another and move forward, But it's
tough. It's tough. It's tough. We're talking about the little thing, but things like that is, it's hard.
I admire people, like, especially, like, in court and stuff, where the family of the victim, they can forgive the other family for, like, their child or somebody for hurting. Like, say if somebody killed I know my granddad was actually killed by his friend. Came in and killed him over some lottery.
Ooh.
And he only did 11 years in jail. So it was like having to forgive that situation so it doesn't stay dormant and hold over you. And from my grandma and that's ultimately, I've seen her actually forgive this man, because he was around us. Like, we knew and seen and everything. And for him to forgive my grandpa for... so I have two different grandpas. I have my grandpa that I was adopted. When I say granddaddy, that's like my daddy. Okay, that's the one that adopted me. That's my daddy, my granddaddy. And then I have my grandpa, which is my grandmother's first husband, that was killed. He was the one, like, so we had to forgive that man.
That's hard.
So that had to forgive that man for killing my granddad, like, you took my granddad from me, and for me to actually have to forgive you, and it's like, I have to forgive you for me, not for you.
Exactly.
And that's why
you
I had to
do it for you. You have to. You can't do it for just
because it still be holding on to it. It's like, and I see it every day, and I see people that like, and be crying or like so emotional over it. And I've been there to where it's like, oh my God, like, no, but at the end of the day, people can't change. And even if he doesn't change, that has nothing to do with me. That's between him.
Baby, you gotta remember that it's not just about the person that doesn't want to change. You gotta remember there's something else behind that, controlling that. So you gotta remember there's still have the enemy out there.
Yeah.
And so people don't forget about that. You know, they're like, oh, this person is just evil. It doesn't start out that way.
It's definitely a spiritual
you know,
warfare going on.
enemies definitely will attack you like it's no business. He's working every day trying to attack us in every single corner. If it's with your job, with your family, your friends, you know, he's gonna get you somewhere, somehow.
That's the goal.
You know, that is the goal, and that's where you have to kind of like decide. Okay, are you gonna allow him to affect you that way, you know, or change you or make you stumble, or you know, disrupt your family or disrupt your way?
Disturb
and
my
it is
peace.
hard, exactly,
yes.
and it's so hard. Sometimes you allow it without even realizing that you're allowing.
Realizing it, yes.
And it's so hard, but we gotta remind ourselves, like, you know, we have to, as hard as it is, forgive that person and then pray for that person, that person will, you know, find that peace, find God, you know, and that whatever's attached to him is freed from that person, you know. And that's the hardest thing, is to pray for your enemy.
Oh Lord,
it really is. You don't like
it's becoming a little bit easier for me, but it's definitely hard to pray for someone, like, especially because, like, I'm cool as heck, like, and you dislike me for what? Like, for what? What's the reason? Like, what is going on? But you dislike me, that's on you. Like, it, and I'm not for everybody, and I had to learn and accept that, because I definitely fell into the people pleasing mode, to where I wanted to please everyone, and I would get so upset if someone didn't like me, or if they didn't hear my side of the story, or if they didn't get where I was coming from. But I had to realize that I'm not for everybody. Nope. And if I'm not for you, it's okay. It's that you're not my person. You're not meant to be a part of my circle. That's fine, you know. But everyone wants to be liked. Everybody wants to be like the one, like, hey girl, you know what I'm saying? But luckily, and I'm grateful that I do have, and I don't say this in I don't want to say like in a bragging way or in a boastful way, but I love and I'm grateful to God that I do have the spirit that I have, and everywhere I go, and people do tell me, like, I love your spirit. Like, I can, like, tell even at work, you know what I'm saying? And that's just it's God. It's the love of God that I have for God. It shines through me, and I'm grateful that he uses me as a vessel for it to shine through me, so I can bleed that onto other people, so I can put positivity out, because what you put out into the world is what you're going to receive back. So if I'm putting out love, if I'm putting out joy, if I'm putting out these things, those things has no choice but to return back to me. So that's all I'm just trying to do. You know?
You could do it, ladies. You could do it. We're here. Any questions, concerns, you know, in regards to our experience or your experience, so you need some assistance or anything, just let us know. Reach out to us. All right. Well, thank you again, guys.
Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and follow us on all podcast platforms and all of our social media.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.